what are you going to do with those F-16s, right, in Ukraine?
Well, imagine if you're sitting in Vilnius or in St. Petersburg, and while you're sitting there, you discover that Russian forces have now moved to the Dnieper River, have crossed bridges, and are headed down into Odessa. And at the same time, Russian forces are now breaking out of Bakhmut and headed towards Kharkov, ready to turn west towards the river again, where Kiev sits. Remember, the Russians also destroyed one of the most important bridges over the river that borders Ukraine and Moldova.
Right.
Nobody paid any attention to that. There are actually two bridges. One's a rail bridge, and then there's a traffic bridge. Traffic bridge is extremely important because it can sustain and hold and carry all the heavy military traffic. With that out of business, you're not going to get into Ukraine from the southwest of Ukraine anymore. And listen, we've got a lot of troops in Romania. There was lots of talk about moving through Moldova and down into Ukraine. I think that's gone. That option is gone. If we try to do it, it would be disastrous. So that leaves Poland as a single theater where you've got lots of American troops and lots of Polish troops. But if you're sitting in either of these places and the Russians are advancing, who wins that particular outcome? I mean, obviously, if you're in Vilnius and the Russians are advancing, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. If you're in St. Petersburg and you're talking about going to gold-backed currency in a new world led largely by China, Russia, and India, well, that's an extremely good feeling. I think that's where we're headed.